Greetings, friends. Prepare for another thrilling journey as we delve into Reddit's most bizarre tales. We're plunging deep into the quirkiest corners of the web. Grab your popcorn and join us on this adventure. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Let's begin. I'm struggling to find the right words to express the turmoil swirling inside me. It feels as if my entire life has been a carefully constructed illusion. And now I stand on the precipice of a chasm, uncertain of whom to trust. I'm writing this because I need to unburden my heart and perhaps find some semblance of clarity amid the chaos. I'm a 32-year-old Muslim man, and for nearly 6 years, I've been married to a woman who is now 26. We both come from conservative families, and our marriage was arranged by our parents. It wasn't love at first, but over time, we nurtured what I believe to be a strong bond, one rooted in trust, respect, and shared values. Our life together has always been simple and modest. I work as an accountant, while my wife manages our home with dedication. She's a devout woman, wearing the hijab, praying 5 times a day, and maintaining close ties with her family. We dreamt of starting our own family, and for the past 2 years, we've been trying to conceive. It hasn't been easy, but I always held on to hope that in time, we'd be blessed with a child. Around a year ago, financial difficulties began to cast a shadow over our lives. My job no longer provided the security it once did, and we had to tighten our belts significantly. We had a small savings account set aside for emergencies, and I entrusted my wife with helping to manage our finances with care. There's a family friend, let's call him M, who's always been a fixture in our lives. He's in his late 40s, someone we both looked up to and trusted implicitly. Over the years, he's been there for us during tough times, offering advice and even lending us money on occasion. He was like an uncle, always present at family gatherings, always ready with a helping hand. A few months ago, M's visits to our home became more frequent. He claimed he was checking in on us, ensuring we were managing financially, and offering help if we needed it. At first, I was grateful for his concern, but then I began to notice that these visits often occurred when I wasn't home. My wife would tell me he was just dropping by to see how she was or bringing groceries out of kindness. I brushed off my unease, trusting him as I always had. But then things started to unravel. My wife, who had always insisted that money wasn't important to her and that our togetherness mattered most, began to show an unusual interest in our savings and finances. She started suggesting we dip into our savings for things that didn't seem urgent, which struck me as odd given her usual contentment with our modest life. One day, a nagging feeling prompted me to check our savings account. What I found left me reeling. A substantial sum of money had vanished. When I confronted my wife, she broke down, confessing that she had been giving money to Mem over the past few months, claiming he was in financial trouble and needed help. But the more I probed, the more the truth came to light. I uncovered hidden receipts for lavish gifts, jewelry, perfumes, designer clothes, luxuries we could never afford, especially in our current financial state. When I confronted her again, she admitted that M had given her these gifts. I asked her why, if he was struggling financially, he was showering her with such expensive things. She had no answer, and that's when I realized that the affair had been going on far longer than she initially admitted. It turns out that M had been weaving a web of manipulation around her, luring her with gifts and playing on her emotions. But what devastated me the most wasn't just his cunning. It was the bitter realization that she had willingly embraced it. She wasn't merely a victim. She was complicit in the deceit. She reveled in the attention, the luxury, and the thrill of secrecy. Her betrayal wasn't just financial. It was a profound violation of our emotional and physical bond. What shattered me to my core was discovering that their meetings had taken place in our home, the very sanctuary where we had built our life together. The place I believe was our refuge from the world had become the backdrop for her betrayal. She invited him into our space when I was absent, allowing him to taint the very rooms where we shared our most intimate moments. The mere thought of it makes me feel physically ill. But the cruelest blow came when I uncovered something even more devastating. For the past 2 years, we had been trying to have a child, a struggle that weighed heavily on me. I never doubted that we were in this together, that we both longed for the same future. But after her confession, I found something that shattered me completely, a hidden pack of contraceptive pills among her belongings. She had been secretly taking them all this time, all while pretending to be disheartened each month when our attempts to conceive failed. She even went so far as to fake her menstrual cycle to maintain the illusion. When I confronted her, she admitted that she had never wanted to have a child with me. She said she was terrified of bringing a child into a situation where she felt trapped and unhappy. For years, she had been lying to me, leading me to believe that we were building a future together, while all the while she was actively sabotaging it. I feel utterly destroyed. The woman who once assured me that money didn't matter, that all she cared about was us, turned out to be lying to my face. She stole from me, betrayed me with a man we both trusted, and worst of all, she toyed with my heart, pretending to share my dreams while secretly tearing them apart. I've moved out of our home and am currently staying with a relative. I haven't told my family yet because I'm too ashamed. In our community, this kind of scandal is devastating, and I have no idea how to even begin addressing it. I feel humiliated, broken, and utterly lost. How do I move forward from this? How do I face my family and community, knowing that my wife has betrayed me so deeply on so many levels? I'm lost, and I don't know where to turn.